Being a lumberjack is hard work, unrelenting danger and pressure in a hostile environment, carrying awkward and heavy objects over undulating terrain. It requires high-level nutrition and hydrational discipline. Your heart rate is extremely high for long periods of time. You have to have physical traits of mobility, stability, and strength. And part of your transition into getting good at it is being able to develop mental toughness and having respect for your mentors and the proven practices and processes relative to task. With experience, you came to understand what techniques and tools help to make you maximally efficient. You had to have an open mind to learning. You had to be coachable and a good listener. You needed a mild level of skepticism and a high level of trust in your instinct. All traits that helped set me up with the years of accumulated wisdom, knowledge, and tradition that enabled my transition into the health and fitness industry. I recently undertook to build a replica tree felling wedge belt and tool holster that I used to wear and will wear again on the rare occasions that I now pick up a saw to do small tree jobs and firewood. I call it the Pumice Land Logger in homage to the volcanic soils of the central North Island farm forest plantations of New Zealand, where I am from. Pivoting career genre in your late 30s is no easy task, but as I learnt in my new craft as a trainer, I have an incredibly high value for education. I matured into the positive traits of patience and gratitude. I tried to set aside time for thinking, for consideration of anatomy and physiology, and how that can help you build programs for the body, mind, and spirit. And then, of course, how connected they all are to nature and to the family and friends whom with it we share. Along with continuing education in the fitness realm, I appreciated personal growth from studying and experimenting with hobbies. Reading, writing, photography, woodworking, and leathercraft have been constant sources of joy, frustration, inspiration, and motivation. The tool holster nests the 3 separate files I most commonly use to sharpen my chainsaw chain. I call this workout foraging for file handles. The skills I learnt while working with my family back in those forestry days have incredibly high transferability, and not a day goes by when, as an exercise educator, advocate, and practitioner of fitness, that I do not apply them. The workout entails carrying my concept to rowing machine 1 mile in to a remote lake in Palos Park on the outskirts of suburban Chicago to execute a 5K time trial row and then hike the machine back out to the trailhead. On the way, I will be conducting a search for a fallen branch from which I will be cutting the file handles. I wanted to demonstrate how to be creative with exercise. And to give you an example of overcoming obstacles to benefit from nature while knowing exactly what it is you're looking for foraging for file handles of which only you know the dimensions of, and for the certain criteria or characteristics that determine a perfect file handle for you, is a voyage of discovery. What you first have to know, and only years of dedication and commitment can get you there, is what diameter and length of file handle allow your own style and unique hand size and stance to administer the sharpest edge to each individual cutting tooth along the length of the chainsaw chain. In logging, as you built your experience and were left to execute complex and dangerous tasks on your own, as you earned your stripes, built your competency and became formally qualified for task, you had built up a healthy premium on the importance of planning and precision. As in training, safety is your number one priority, and while planning optimizes efficiency and organization, precision and accuracy were essential attributes that kept you alive in the woods. Executing the piece was hard work, and though I missed my goal for the 5K of 20 minutes by 17 seconds, I was happy with the deal my effort had made with time. I had adhered to the one workout principle, which is that the best workout you can do is the one you can do right now. Another principle that my old timber industry partners from back in the day, Mike and Andy, had taught me is that you cannot manage what you do not measure. And so here is the data set result. Having left high school at the age of 17 and coming up to my 57th birthday, packing up to hike this machine back out to the trailhead from such a beautiful and solitary training environment, away from the commercially manufactured situations we normally and most conveniently train in, provided me with an opportunity for reflection. After a period of feeling lost and having now spent nearly as many years in the fitness business as I had as a lumberjack, exercise had been a vehicle for both rehabilitation and redemption. Exercise works, it's medicine, it's powerful, it's transformative. And by going back to college at the age of 40, I had once again overcome some adversity, applied myself wholeheartedly, worked hard, and with the help of some people that for a reason I was blessed to have come into my life, I had earned some legitimacy and a purpose, that I could connect with people through the medium of fitness, and what a privilege that is. Though I wouldn't put this workout into the category of extreme, some might. Making camp coffee back at the car, the only real reminder I had that this was an unusual challenge was the discomfort in my shoulders from carrying what is a heavy and awkward object. Having packed food and water and while hitting the road hard, I had paced the hike well, and while preparing the coffee, was satisfied with the bounty of file handles. In my practice as a trainer, most people I work with won't know anything about this particular workout unless they see this. What I've learnt over the years with exercise is that you're way more capable of achieving stretch goals and challenges that make you dive deep into your personal resourcefulness than you think you are. You've got to be able to quickly adjust the aperture for the way you see things. Focus in, focus out, keep an open mind. Exercise and sport can be a metaphor for life. While indulging my passion for the outdoors and coffee, these experiences are the ones that make me believe in what I'm doing and positively reinforce that exercise is one way I can connect with people, to be a force of change and an advocate for their effort, that I can bring them clarity and coax them into great feats. As I started to pack up and head back towards civilization, I remembered earlier years when my relationship with fitness was abusive. My drive and desire for further and faster was unquenchable. With hindsight and some distance between those hard lessons of the past, I know that I used to train to escape from pressure, drama and stress at a level equally as damaging to my life as booze or drugs. Retiring early from high-level competition and team sport due to injury had been an extremely difficult transition, a void seemingly impossible to fill. I now know that all of these experiences I use for good. One of the mantras I hashtag for the Avari brand is train hard, play easy. There have been books authored by gurus that advocate for training smart, and I agree with that. I also understand that recreation, relaxation, rest and sleep are your superpowers. That when I heard the term industrial athlete, a switch got flicked for me in realizing all my years as a lumberjack, when packaged up with continuing education in the communication space with Brett Bartholomew's The Art of Coaching platform, that resonated strongly with the Gray Institute functional movement syllabus and the mantra that the test is the exercise and the exercise is the test, combined with over 14,000 one-on-one personal training sessions, ensure that the Avari path of energy, drive and ambition is the right path to be on, and that being kind, decent and relatable are the right things to be striving for.